before tonight's debate, CBS News reporter Musadiq Bidar spoke with Colorado Senator Michael Bennet, who's not on the debate stage tonight. I want to play a little bit, though, of that interview.
I'm concerned that the DNC made a set of rules for the debates that didn't serve the Democratic Party well. Concerned that there are people on the stage that are going to be supporting Medicare for all, which I think is a terrible policy for our country and politically terrible for Democrats.
So, not to use the word moderate again, because I know it's a loaded word, but is
maybe
that
centrist?
Is that concern warranted, Molly, of Bennett's, that there weren't enough centrist votes, that there weren't going to be enough centrist votes on this stage?
Well, it speaks to the voters that these Democratic nominees are appealing to, Democrats, and Democrats. You know, the Democratic primary brings out Democratic zealots, and it's just like Republicans and Republican primaries. You get the really diehard folks who go. You have to get to the polls to vote for you, and really, you know, it's conventional wisdom that once you get to the general election, you transition to a more, a more broadly appealing message. But with somebody like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, when you stake your position and stake your flag in Medicare for all, ending private insurance, it's hard to come back and moderate from that.
Right. And if you're interested in what Senator Bennet has to say, I urge you to go to the Takeout Podcast archives, because we had a long conversation with him about this.
Exactly.
And there are 2 points that he makes. One, and the DNC debates and the format have now taken on a life of their own, and we don't really scrutinize them anymore. But for someone like Senator Bennet, he said, wait a minute. I'm told relentlessly I've got to continue to go find contributors. Well, the only way I can find contributors is if I spend $70 for a $1 contribution on a Facebook ad. Why is that helpful for the Democratic Party, and why is that instructive about my ability to wage an effective campaign? As he said, I ran twice and won for the United States Senate in a purple state like Colorado. His point of view, and I'm not validating, I'm just saying what it is, that should pre-qualify me for a presidential debate stage. I don't need to go out and chase contributors.
So
I've already got contributors.
So he's saying, because I'm a senator, I should have a leg up?
I should have a leg up. I should be pre-qualified.
Exactly.
I said to him, are you pre-qualified? He said, I should be. I should be on that stage always because I'm a senator. Okay, that's his perspective. It's self-serving.
It is a little self-serving.
But
it's perhaps
it
a little anti-democratic?
Well, but look, there is, and he's not the only one who talks about this. To get this contributor level, if you're not a pre-existing one like Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren or Joe Biden, it is hard and costly. And I would say you're spending money you would never, ever spend in a campaign that way. You would never spend $70 to get a single $1 contribution. But that's what they're doing to meet these artificial limits set, or thresholds rather, set by the DNC. That's one aspect of this.
What are the alternatives?
Well, that's where the DNC comes back with. They're like, we had to have some measure. It couldn't just be polling, because people are not always trustful of polling, and polling tends to validate and help initially those who have the best name recognition. So go out and try to find some contributors. They had to come up with some matrix. It was not easy. I'm not suggesting that it is. But someone like Senator Bennet says, come on, a two-time winner in a purple state, meaning I have some validity in this rough and tumble of American politics. I don't pre-qualify. He has
a point. He has a point.
It's Steve Bullock, who is the governor of a red state.
Of a red state, Montana. Also not qualified.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Major Garrett, Molly Hooper, thanks to both of you so much.